Hey guys, welcome back to Broke Overland. My name is Chad, and today we are going to be announcing the channel changes and updates that have come down. You know, we're kind of ending an era where we are finally finishing, after 5 years, our 2-year project of building a truck, and we are actually taking it on the road. So we have moved into the truck full time. As of almost a month ago, we are traveling across the country. Right now we are in Asheville, North Carolina, walking down the famous river art walk. We just did a little run this morning, but let's take a little walk through the history of how we got here.
So we battled our way out of the traffic coming out of Linwood. We ended up fueling up out by North Bend and then pushed our way down south towards the Tri-Cities, where we found a really cool little chunk of DNR land.
Yeah, it's windy. Trying to hide behind the truck here. I guarantee you're not going to be able to hear it. I know this is BLM land and it's okay to shoot, but come on, people, man, police your brass. There's just piles of shit everywhere. There we go. We got ourselves a bag of trash picked up, a bunch of 12-gauge shotgun shells, a bunch of 410. Actually, there's an AK-47, very little bit of 223, broken Corona bottles, of course, and a condom. And hate to tell you, buddy, but judging by the knot in the end of that condom, pretty sure your sister's pregnant. Anyway, good deed done. Let's go on to the next.
So from our windy little sanctuary, we pushed on down to get some fuel just outside of the Idaho border before we drove another 31 miles to the Weiser sand dunes, where we could actually see where we just filled up. We'll give you a little quick flyover. This is from the Weiser sand dunes. There's sand dune hills off to the right that are up to the east of the actual lower sand dunes. The dunes are pretty short. I mean, they're only maybe half-mile long, but it's a pretty interesting little spot. You can see the drive coming in does get sand blown over it, but they do seem to come and plow it out. So we actually saw them come and clear the road while we were there. That traffic you see off in the distance, that is Interstate 84, which came in on, and there's the TA truck stop we actually got fuel at. As you might be able to tell, we were not alone at the Weiser sand dunes. We had some neighbors that serenaded us with shabuzi until 5 o'clock in the morning. On the upside, I did learn what a smudge pod is, which was shooting a 4-foot flame out of the thing the entire night. So we packed up the next morning and headed on out and decided to stop at a rest area just before the Utah border. Got to see the delivery of somebody's new toy.
Somebody's getting a new one.
So after that, we jumped on the road for a 495-mile heavy day just south of Laramie, where we stopped at another little wayside rest area. This time we were just over the border into Colorado, where we rested for the night and then did the final 75-mile push to Estes Park, Colorado, where we were reunited with our dog.
There's she's down there drinking the water dish. She didn't even notice.
Didn't even notice.
Look at her.
She's like, I think I know that.
Is that Sky? Come here.
Got a monkey.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Hi, buddy.
Hi. Hello.
Did we come find a monkey?
Hi.
Did we come find a monkey?
Hi.
Did we come find a monkey? Hi. How have you been? Have I seen you?
Of course, we had to take her for a walk around the lakes and meet the ducks so that she would forgive us for leaving her with my parents for a month. Then it was car ride to my folks' house so I could do some maintenance on the truck.
And I got my poopy suit on, so that just means one thing. We're going to do a little bit of maintenance on this thing. So let's just jump in, start greasing her up. We're just going to be using some red line, red and tacky. We got our pump in there. Yeah, I don't have one of those cool Milwaukee or anything auto pumps. So I usually like to start in the front. We're gonna go ahead and turn the truck on, spin the tires over so we can turn the tires left and right and get to those grease zerks that are hiding in back of the ball joints there.
Editor Chad here. That's the actual shaft U-joints that we're greasing, not the ball joints. We're getting those too, though.
That should be right. It's facing the other way. I don't know if you can see, but it's way back in there. Right there. And it's pointing up. So the Zerk is pointing towards here. So we gotta either full lock right and roll back a little, or roll it all the way around. See it? That's where we gotta get to. There we go.
And here I'm just looking in there with the flashlight to make sure that there's some grease coming out of the end of the U-joint cups.
All right, we got some grease in it. Got everything greased. There is 30 grease points on this truck. So there are those 2 that never get greased that are inside of the wheel hub there. You've got your front leaf springs, your front rollers for your winch. You've got your rear leaf springs. There's 2 on the rear leaf springs back in there. So there's one there, one there. You've got drive shafts front and rear. So there's 3 on each drive shaft. And you've got rear suspension to grease, as well as, front and rear, as well as the rear rollers. And that's pretty much about it.
So the ulterior motive, other than just saving the dog from my parents or saving my parents from the dog, was that they were going to caravan with us across the country. At least as far as Asheville, North Carolina. And I just wanted to put this scene in here because I really like the clouds. And yes, we really did have that crappy tow bar angle for all the way out to Asheville, North Carolina before we fixed it. So we popped out of Estes Park and started heading east, and we ended up stopping in Ray, Colorado for the night and stayed on some private property out there, where we caught a really good glimpse of a hailstorm that was passing through the area. And we actually followed that hailstorm in. So Michelle got some great footage of it right here. Unfortunately, it did a lot more damage to the town than we expected. Blew out pretty much all southerly facing windows and was punching holes through anybody's siding that had, I guess, vinyl siding. Either way, it did some serious damage. So we left Ray, Colorado and ducked down following some storms. We ended up stopping off in Ellis, Kansas.
The look of, I can't wait to dump my shitter.
So Ellis has a really nice creekside campground for an established campground. We tried to get gas at a love station along the way after that, but apparently it burned down.
Oh, truck burned down. Yeah, that's not good.
So we ended up pushing on into Kansas City and getting fuel there, where some gal just literally tried to become a hood ornament for some reason. And that was probably the 6th time somebody has tried to kill me in driving through Kansas City alone. So we made it 334 miles and we stopped at a winery, this Arcadia Moon Winery and Brewery. It was really nice, actually, and I think I'll be doing more Harvest Hosts along the way. So after a good meal and a good night's sleep, we bailed out of there and headed off to Louisville, Kentucky, just outside Louisville. Why would we go into Louisville, Kentucky, you ask? I may have borrowed a starter or two a few years ago, so I had to return those.
Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I want to say thanks Steve for letting us park in front of his shop. And look at that, I finally have my armor. So, doesn't matter that I had his starter for 5 years. That's all right. So anyway, we're gonna head on out, get some more miles down.
So after getting a late start, we had to make up a few miles just to get to the Tennessee Welcome Center, and we spent the night there. The rest areas kind of get a little busy at about 10 o'clock at night, so we usually try and avoid those. But we got a couple hours sleep before pushing on the rest of the 155 miles to get down to Weaverville, North Carolina, where we've set up camp for the last 2 weeks in the driveway of the VRBO, the Fox and Crow.
And if you're wondering, no, I'm not hiding the license plate. I'm actually drying the rug out because I stepped out of the dinette and right into the dog's water bowl. So.
Okay, so now that we're up to date, what are we actually going to do with this channel? So this channel is going to move away from the build series. There's still going to be a lot of builds, a lot of maintenance, a lot of dealing with a 20-year-old truck, you know, that's been custom built. So don't worry, for all of you people that are really enjoying the build series, you know, there's still going to be some more of that. However, there's going to be a lot more of the location series because we want to start focusing on some of the locations that we're at, things that we find along the way. And our game plan is really to just drive around the country, figure out really where we want to retire, and that's it. That's what this game plan is. So we're going to spend at least the next year driving around the country, finding all the cool places that we can find. If you guys have suggestions on where we should go and what we should do, I'll give you the general layout of the route. The route is, we are actually right now in Asheville, North Carolina. We're just north of Asheville, North Carolina, and Weaverville. And starting on Saturday, we're going to head up to the Bristol Motor Speedway, check that out. And we're going to stay in Bristol for a couple of days. There's a national park that's off to the right, or off to the east of Bristol that we want to check out. I do want to drive the Blue Ridge Parkway. Unfortunately, most of the Blue Ridge Parkway right now in North Carolina is closed, or big chunks of it have detours. So it's also recommended that you drive that with a smaller vehicle than, you know, the Behemoth. But yeah, it's okay. We're going to catch that on the way back down when some of the construction is completed. So our plan is to drive from here. We're going to go head north up to the Great Lakes, and then we're going to push our way east into Maine, and then come back down the eastern seaboard all the way down to Florida, and then take the southern states back across the country. And we're going to spend the majority of our time in the Utah, Arizona, Colorado, you know, Oregon basin. You know, we've done Oregon and Washington quite a bit, but we want to hit those, you know, southwestern states quite a bit more. We don't know what's up here to offer in the east, in the northeast. We've really never been here other than Asheville. So if you have recommendations, I would definitely love to hear them in the comments. But yeah, that's kind of the game plan. So if that's something you look forward to following along with, and we're going to build a little community of people that say, you know, hey, hey Chad, go check this out. I'll go check it out. If it's cool, I'll make a video about it. If it sucks, I'll make a video about it. But anyways, yeah, if that's something you want to follow along with, you know, go ahead and click that subscribe button down there. Click the little bell icon, all that good garbage. But yeah, for the most part, I want to thank you all for watching. I love making these videos, so I'm definitely going to be making more of them. I am currently unemployed, so hey, I have an opportunity to spend more time at this. So hopefully my video editing skills will get a little bit of polish on them, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. I just want you to know that camera is very crooked from this angle, but looking in the viewfinder at the planks, it's even worse. So let me move that. It's killing me. So what are we going to be doing that's going to be different? The long and short of it is, I don't know.
You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say the truck was giving me 2 fingers. I don't know if I respect that or if I'm offended.